Hello, and welcome back to the 3 Up Moon live stream, everybody. It is Monday, May 3rd, 2021, and happy Monday. My name is Matt, otherwise known as 3 Up Moon, here on Twitch and YouTube. And today we're going to warm up with a triple randomizer stream. We're going to be playing Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3, but all three games are going to be using the same randomization seed, 9999. And we're going to see what it does to each game. Basically, what we're doing with each game is we're taking, in some cases, the music, but we're taking the levels, the enemies, the color palettes, warp pipes, item blocks, power-ups, all that kind of stuff is just being shuffled around. And in some cases, it might be beatable. We might run into a dead end, and the game might not be beatable. In games like the first Super Mario Bros. 1, the world length is also randomized, so World 1 can be like 6 levels. It only switches to the next world when you get a randomized castle level. So it's pretty interesting. They all behave a little differently. I practice Super Mario Bros. 3 randomized a lot on stream. Also play a bunch of Mario World and Link to the Past randomized. And we've done some similar streams to this on Mario Day, March 10th. And we also, when we hit 200 followers, we also did a celebratory sort of multi-randomizer stream. It's super fun. It's just cool to see some of the similarities between the three games, and also it's just cool to play these three games together as well. I feel like they're also different, and moving from the physics of one to the next is an interesting thing as a player. Now, if you're watching live on twitch.tv/3up_moon, thank you so much for tuning in. You may be watching after the fact on YouTube. Consider clicking that subscribe button. I have every single one of my streams uploaded there in full, and there's organized playlists where you can go and see the other attempts where we've done multi-randomizer streams. And you can actually go back and see the first time we beat a run of Super Mario Bros. 2. The Super Mario 2 randomizer is a little bit janky. It's prone to soft locking, prone to dead ends and glitching out, but we were able to get to Wart and beat Wart the last time we did it, so fingers crossed here. Now it'll just be a second here and we'll have the game pulled up. We'll be starting with Super Mario Bros. 1, and if you want to play along and play the same levels, you can use the seed 9999 using the Super Mario Bros. 1 randomizer. I also want to take a second to say thank you to the most recent subscribers and followers. We are only 14 subs away from being able to offer a 5th Tier 1 emote slot. Right now our 4th one is being approved, and it's an emote from Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. So stay tuned for that one if you're a Tier 1 subscriber. And thank you to Robert Cop 84 and Puddin Tang. Thank you so much for the follows. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. You're helping us get closer to 300 followers, and we're 7 followers away. So once we hit 300, we're going to be playing Wario Land 1, 2, and 3 to basically continue the story from Super Mario Land 2. We've been playing a lot of Super Mario Land 2 on stream, and it inspired Nintendo to show the alternate side of the story and show Wario's side of things with Super Mario Land 3. And basically spark off a brand new series, which is a fantastic series. I spent a bunch of time with Wario Land 3 as a kid on the Game Boy Color. Really tight platformer. So I'm excited to play those. And yeah, we're only 7 followers away, so if you're not following already, click that follow button. It'll also let you know when and what I'm streaming next. So stick around for Super Mario Bros. 1 randomized coming up next. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. You should be able to see me and hear me, and also we should have the game up in just a second. Let's get that audio going. You let me know if I need to adjust the audio at any time. But here we go, Super Mario Bros. 1 randomized using the seed 9999. Let's do this. Hope everyone's having an awesome Monday so far. You start with random lives, and it looks like we're starting with 15 lives. We've also got a black set of overalls and what looks like brown clothes. That was very different. I don't know why. I think a couple times I've seen that happen where turtles become cheaps. We are getting World 1-1 as our first level though, which doesn't happen often. All the sub-levels in this are completely random as well. And the same with randomizing Super Mario Bros. 3. I love this. As a kid, I always had trouble. Oh, I guess we're in a loop. Yep, we just found ourselves a dead-end loop. But as a kid, I always had trouble getting up there. What you're supposed to do, because it's just going to keep looping us. Yeah, what you're supposed to do is this. I never knew that you could do this. Just didn't piece it together. You do this. Of course, as I'm explaining it. There we go. I like the look of Fire Mario, except we're kind of screwed now. We're just in perpetual loop, which is pretty funny. The only way we can die is we gotta wait for a time. That's so funny. What a way to start a randomizer. We can still progress in the level, but you know what? We could totally farm lives while we're here with this time. There's no reason not to, you know? That's so funny. And if we cared about points in this game, then we could farm points. The interesting thing about this game is that I feel like it's directly connected to the shift from when high scores actually mattered in games. Because no one really cares about Mario Brothers 1 high scores, really. And you know, even playing Super Mario World, there's a score. You're playing games like Super Mario Maker 2, it's like Mario scores don't really matter. It's all about just beating the levels. And I have a series on the stream called Whim of the Wheel, and I spin a roulette wheel of 15 of my favorite NES puzzle and arcade games that I owned as a kid. Games that I used to try to beat my own personal high score in. And whatever game we get, I have to beat my own personal best or get a high score on the board, or at least attempt to. And it's super fun. It pays homage to a time when high scores mattered, and you remember going to an arcade and actually seeing that your high score wasn't beat, or your high score was still on the board, which is really exciting. Obviously now it's more into achievement culture and like how fast can you beat a game. It's all about the speed running, world records and stuff like that, which is fine. It's just a shift. So we're not going down there, definitely not. Oh. Take it easy. Take it easy. Yes. Well, it happens to actually still be. You'll notice that that happens to actually still be a star, but you'll notice that we had that one flower, and then we spawned another one, and the first flower disappeared. That's because this game, and same with Super Mario Bros. 3, you can only have a power-up on, like one power-up on screen at the same time. That is not the case with Mario World, it's not the case with Super Mario Land or Land 2. But just the first and the third on the NES do that. Oh, yes. That was so lucky. Somebody's hosting. Somebody just connected Mario and Luigi's link cables. Oh, thank you so much for the host. Thank you, KBroman216. Oh, perfect. You know, it's funny, I was just about to say, when I was jumping on these bullet bills, I was just about to say, I was watching KBroman216 play a pacifist run of Super Mario Bros. 1 the other day, and setting some interesting challenges for himself, and it was really, really interesting. Doing a pacifist run of Mario is interesting because, yeah, you can't, especially when you're using bullet bills for height in certain levels, there's a ton of levels that kind of require you to rely on hitting bullet bills. You can't even kill those. You have to do the whole game without killing any enemies. It's really tricky, actually. I did attempt it, not on stream, I did attempt it just off stream after watching that, and it's tough. I love the idea that there's Bowser Flames underwater right now. As you can see, the music also randomizes here. But we also got lucky and just got the Bowser Flames, that's it. No other enemies there. And speaking of which, if you're not following KBroman, go check out his channel. He does a bunch of retro stuff. Really cool place to hang out. And also modern indie stuff as well. I think I was watching you play some Streets of Rage 4 a while back. Well, look at that. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza. I've heard about this game. I've heard a few people playing it recently. It's a PC fan game that is meant to kind of pay homage to the original NES Ninja Turtles games. No, we're going down. There's a rhythm to this. This never changes, like the pattern that you have to do in each level. And you'll notice that, oh, I suck. You'll notice that now that we're in a castle level, it's World 1-3. The next level is going to be World 2-1. So World 1 in this seed is 3 levels long. Basically, every time you every time you hit a castle level, it transitions you to the next world. So a world could be 9 levels or 1 level. Ooh, yes. Bowser? Bowser! It's a trap! Thank you, Sonic. But your egg roll is in another castle. What's your chili dog? Okay, we gotta be careful here. This is a level where you really have to trust the momentum. And you're not used to, like, I have to kind of wrap my head around the Mario Bros. 1 physics whenever I first start playing, because there's this sort of forward momentum. I don't know how to describe it, but like you'll see as I start to move that there's like a slow acceleration to my speed. It's not instant like in Mario 3 or in Mario World, but as I slow down, you'll also see that there's like this, it's almost like a motor. There's like a rev up to my movement and then a slow down. So you can't really stop on a dime in this, but if you can keep your momentum up, you can do some crazy stuff in this game and make some crazy jumps. But you just have to trust Mario's forward momentum. And I feel like Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World focus a little more on Mario's like vertical height, the height of his jump, and also gravity. And here there's like this sort of floatiness that does not get represented or reproduced in Super Mario Maker 1 or 2. They definitely didn't make it as floaty as this. This is a tricky one. Hey, Tame Tortoise. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the recent follow, by the way. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having an awesome Monday. So today we're playing Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3, all using the same randomization seed. I've done a few streams like this before for Mario Day for March 10th, and for when we hit 200 followers. And yeah, thanks for following because it's helping get us to 300. And once we get to 300, the goal is to play Wario Land 1, 2, and 3. And I've been wanting to play them, to revisit them for a while. I spent a lot of time with the third one, and I've been doing a lot of runs of Super Mario Land 2 randomized, which is awesome. In fact, one of our Tier 1 sub emotes is from Super Mario Land 2 because I've been playing it a lot. Oh shit. Yes. It's a really tricky level. You're working on the same goal right now? Oh, right on. Nice. You on the road to 300 as well? Whoa. You were playing the, was it the Oregon Trail or was it the Oregon Trail? Were you playing that zombie themed one? Because I've played the Oregon Trail before. It's pretty great. I love that. Also, yeah, if anyone that is hanging out and isn't following the Tame Tortoise, go check out the channel. Go give him a follow. Really cool channel. I was hanging out there for a bit yesterday. Just a good vibe, you know? Oh, oh. Yeah, delicious dysentery, exactly. That's so funny. It's a pretty crazy game. It's a tough game, the original one, Oregon Trail. So that was tricky. We actually did still get hit by that Koopa. Those cursed Koopas that are stuck in the blocks. Yeah, do you see this like slow acceleration and deceleration? Like it's tough to get used to. Oh, there is a way to actually jump around this. Jump around. Jump. Oh well. You named your party after people in chat and had to put them all down. Oh no. And while they were still... What the hell? Is that Koopa the Quick? Is that the first appearance of Koopa the Quick from Super Mario 64? I think we just saw that. Just saying. Whoa. So you can imagine how tough this would be, a level like this would be, to be pacifist and not hit anyone. Like, I would instantly lose. That's why the pacifist challenge in Mario Brothers 1 is really interesting to me. You know, there's lots of different challenges. There's the pacifist Tanuki challenge in Mario 3, where you can only hit enemies or do damage using the Tanuki statue. Because you're playing the original game, and you can't hack in like extra Tanuki suits. There's only so many full Tanuki suits that exist. Whew, that was tricky. There's only so many full Tanuki suits that exist in the game, so you're limited there. And I know a few people that actually legitimately try to beat the world record of that. It's pretty crazy. You have to use warps though in Mario 3. Oh no. Yeah, you used warps. That's right, K-Roman. Perhaps you'll go back to the pacifist challenge and try it without warps. That's crazy. Also, that emote. That's an awesome emote. Love a good Bomberman emote. I grew up with Bomberman 2, really enjoyed it, and then me and my buddy Daryl, Stegosaurus McCartney in the chat, used to spend a lot of time with Super Bomberman 1, 2, and 3. And I don't own the Switch one, Super Bomberman R, but I've always wanted to play it. It's kind of like, I feel like it was meant for us to have, me and Daryl. It's just a great game. Those games too, the Super Bomberman games, the bosses, the multiplayer, whew, they are tough. Really fun co-op experience, but really tough. No thank you, Lakitu. I'm gonna do the Lakitu skip here. And we already encountered Koopa the Quick, so... Oh my god. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. Any randomizer, any Mario randomizer where Lakitu's involved, there's always issues. We just did a Super Mario World randomizer yesterday, and it was nuts. We finished off like at the Valley of Bowser. We didn't actually take on Bowser, and we didn't do any of the levels in Valley of Bowser yet. But the Lakitus in that seed were throwing parachute bombs. The Spiny actually gets randomized, which is crazy. This would be a tough one also to do. Unless you get all the jumps perfectly, this would be a really tough one to do pacifist as well. You're thinking once you get more sub points, you're going to move the Bomberman emote to the regular list. Nice. Oh, cool. How many bits is required to unlock the Bomberman one? I have a few bit emotes. In fact, what do I got going on right now? For tier 1, we have the 3-up from Super Mario Bros. 3 when you get 3 flower cards at the end of a course. We also have the 3-up moon emote from Super Mario World. And then we have the newt in a jar, which is basically a graphic in the background of one of the levels of Super Mario Land 2 in the Pumpkin Zone. There's a witch boss in Super Mario Land 2, and the level that you enter to take on the boss has that newt in a jar in the background. It's a little obscure, but it's one of my favorite levels of Super Mario Land 2. We have a brand new Super Mario World emote being approved right now. It's our 4th emote slot, and we're 14 subs away from our 5th. And then I have, for tier 1 subscribers, or tier 2 subscribers, I actually have a couple people that are rocking this one. This is the Nod Leaf from the Binding of Isaac Rebirth and all of its like DLC packs. But the Nod Leaf is a trinket that any playable character in the Binding of Isaac can get, and it'll give it the Tanuki tail and Tanuki suit, and you can press B and down and turn it into a Tanuki statue. So it's a direct reference to Mario 3. And then we also have our Game Boy, which is from the Binding of Isaac as well. It's another trinket, and for me, my very first handheld was the gray brick Game Boy, and I also had the gray brick DS. That's just super nostalgic to me, so I had to throw that one in there. And then we have one of the Binding of Isaac achievements. These are my bit ones here. Binding of Isaac achievements. I think it's stone, and then this. So these are my 3-bit emotes. It's 1, 5, and 10. I wish you could have more flexibility with emotes, unfortunately, but it is something that as you grow in Twitch, they open up more things. But my bit emotes, my 1K one is actually the smiling baby sun achievement. It's like a scroll with a sun on it. That's from the Binding of Isaac as well. And then our moonstones, the channel points, you can unlock that as an emote, which are runes from Binding of Isaac. And I play that game a lot, actually. I just haven't in a little bit because Twitch has been flooded with people playing Repentance, the brand new DLC, and it's not really the vibe I want right now. And everyone's going to want to play the DLC. I just have the core game. So I'll play the core game and we'll continue in a little bit. But if you want to catch me playing roguelike games like that, you can basically just stay tuned and go to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist of all of my Binding of Isaac runs. And then, of course, I have my 3-down moon, which I made. And I've actually played some fan games where people have put a 3-down moon into it. They weren't red, but there was a 3-down moon, and if you got it, you lost 3 lives right away. But you didn't die necessarily. Like, you didn't die in the level. You just lost 3 lives from your live counter, which is pretty funny. Is Repentance a paid DLC? You haven't checked it out yet? Yeah, it just came out. It's paid. It's a lot more difficult from what I've been seeing. It's very busy visually. There's like tons of stuff that can go on the screen. And I don't have Afterbirth or Repentance or what's the other one? Afterbirth Plus. I don't have any of those. I've watched a lot of streamers play it, but I haven't owned a computer for a while, and I actually wanted to put this stream together for about 10 years. But I wasn't, I really didn't have access to a computer. I moved across the country in that time. I also was putting on concerts, and I'm a session drummer, and also live sound tech. So I was quite busy in the last 5 years, booking, shows and stuff like that. But I only just recently got Rebirth, not knowing that there was even DLC, to be honest. And then I realized there's like 3 of them that I'm missing, so I might be getting them down the line. But for now, I've just been enjoying playing the roguelike runs, and I'm not far in the game like whatsoever. I'm about 60 hours in, but it is super fun because it's much like a randomizer. It's different every time. Ooh. It's different every single time. You don't know what to expect. Holy crap! Nonsense here. Even vanilla, it is a great game. Yeah, definitely. Holy. Oh, wow. Potable? Yes. Now, I'm not sure what the name of the Super Mario Land 1 power-up is in Mario Maker and stuff, but when you can shoot the orb that bounces around, kind of looks like our palette is that. Nice little reference to that as Fire Mario here. Yeah, my buddy Daryl just picked up the Repentance pack. I'm not sure how much he's playing it. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, we gotta be careful here. This game is really... This seed specifically is really, like, throwing some chaos at us. Now, if you want to play these exact levels, you can use the Super Mario Bros. 1 randomizer and input the seed 9999. Oh. We can do this. Hopefully this isn't a dead end like the other underground section was. Thank God. Whew. Nope. Buddy, get out of here. He's just hiding. He's like just chilling behind two Koopas. No, he's not gonna see me. I'm green. I look just like a Koopa. Nope. Also, the conditions in which the fireworks spawn are random, and the exact frame that Bowser shoots fire or throws hammers in each Bowser fight is completely randomized, because apparently there is a way to kind of not manipulate when Bowser's gonna shoot fire or like the beginning of his like hammer arc, but there's a way to like calculate exactly when he's gonna do it and just easily run past Bowser each time. But this game tries to throw a little bit extra at us and randomizes that as well. Just so if you have that muscle memory in there, it's gonna mess with you still. And one thing I never do in the other Mario games that I always do in this is that backwards. One thing I love about Mario Brothers 1 is you can do this. Imagine you could do that in real life. It's like, I'm sorry, I've gotta go. I'll be back later. See ya. Like, be the ultimate exit. Almost like a classic like Hong Kong kung fu movie. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. That's fine. We gotta build that momentum up. Oh. Awful. Nope, I knew it. I have another program running in the background that's just like slowing me down here. Just 1 second. Let me just change some stuff. Okay, that should be a little bit better. I think we have 19 lives. Crown A is what's showing up. I think we might have more than 19 lives actually. But that's fine. Whoa. Look at this guy. One Koopa moving backwards against the grain. Oh no. So you'll notice that we're on World 2-8, and World 1 was 3 levels. World 2 was 8. Thank you, Sonic. Also, World 1's castle didn't even spawn Bowser, so that was our first Bowser fight, technically. You're probably saying, what, this level again? Nope, it doesn't repeat levels, there just are repeat style levels in Super Mario Bros. 1. There's a little bit of copy-pasting going on. Like these clouds, for instance, in the background, which clearly the top half of their sprite is just reused and recolored to be the bushes on the ground when we're traveling on the ground. Little things like that, including sound effects. The coin sound effect is actually just a like 5 times or 10 times sped up pipe sound effect, or when you get a power up, like tick tick tick. It's actually the same information, just sped up to save memory. So there's all sorts of really cool things about Mario Bros. 1. I mean, this game, you know, came out early on in the NES's lifespan, and I've talked about this before. You know, the developers were brand new at it. Look at Super Mario Land 1, and then look at Wario Land 3. Those are both games that are for the same system, essentially. And look at how much more they got into Wario Land 3. Obviously, they've got more experience working with the console, developing for that particular console, and I noticed it with soundtracks a lot, because the soundtracks get so much more refined as the console gets further along in its lifespan, basically. There are some amazing soundtracks. Like, this is a great soundtrack. Great music, it's classic. But, like, think about this and, like, Donkey Kong Classics, music-wise, and then think about a game like Treasure Master, which is a game composed by Tim Follin for the same system, for the NES. Think about Hyperbeats, that homebrew game we played by one of our followers, A Cardboard Box, using the same limitations and the same information that's in basically a Super Mario Bros. 1 cartridge. They were able to develop a Stepmania-style rhythm game on the NES with incredible music, incredible dynamic, but using the exact same sound chip, same limitations. As time goes on with that kind of thing, developers get better at it, and it's like anything, the more you work with a medium, the better you get at it. It's just interesting to note, and it's a cool thing. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, look up the soundtracks, or even just the graphics and the difference between early NES games and later era NES games. Wow, look at that. Oh shit. This is some craziness. The kind of jumps that it's trying to make us do. Ugh. Yes. Whew. That was insane. Just having the Bowser Flames and also the Hammer Brothers. Okay, another 3-level world, that's fine. We can handle that. Cursed Koopas, or Goombas, rather. That's fine, Lakitu can stay up there. I said you can stay up there. Good sir. Good sir. I believe we're going to skip that one. Crown C. Nice, look at this. World 4 is going to be 1 level. Oh, it's like a ghost town in here. Just a couple gooms. Yes. Can we do what I think we can? Yes. Ah, so satisfying. That's actually amazing. How often can you get a star and just kill Bowser that easily? Not that he's tough in this game, but still. Here we go. Some more water levels. It's our second one we've seen so far. Now, I'm pretty sure you end up seeing every single level with the randomization. was dumb of me. I pressed the load state button unnecessarily. And, you know, if you're a regular, you know that happens a lot. Nice. This is not a good start to start this one now. It's small Mario, but that's fine. We should be okay. Oh, more Bowser flames. Back into the Sea of Bowser, exactly. Mario in the Bowser Sea. You know, I was playing Super Mario 64 the other day on my Super Mario 3D All-Stars pack, and I've talked about it before about how I don't really like the controls. I felt like it was quite janky and just wasn't the best way to represent that game. And I haven't played Sunshine yet. I played it for like a few minutes, but I haven't dove into it, and I've been playing Galaxy a lot. I'm really liking how Galaxy controls, and honestly, yesterday I had a complete inverse experience. I really liked how it controlled, and I've been saying that I didn't, and I really actually felt into playing the game again. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty sweet. I don't know what it was, but I feel like, just like, I wasn't behind it the first time I played it, but I really enjoyed it, and it got me thinking. I've never done it yet. I've never done it before, on stream or off stream, but maybe I'll try a Super Mario 64 randomizer. A 120-star randomizer, where all the stars, all the red coins are randomized in each of the levels, and each painting you go into takes you to a new place, like Bowser in the Fire Sea, for example. Definitely considering it for sure. I do have a Mac though, and I think the randomizer only works for Windows, so at least the randomizer program. So I might reach out to a friend who has a Windows and see if they can't Discord me a file or two. We've had to do that a couple times with, you know, some of the runs like Pokemon Stadium 2 randomizer, that sort of thing. And that's a fun one too. If you've ever wanted to revisit Pokemon Stadium 2, it randomizes all the rental Pokemon and their movesets and all that stuff. It's actually pretty cool. I had a blast with those streams because as a chat we were building teams together. And I haven't dove into it yet, but I do want to do some team building Pokemon streams using Pokemon Showdown. Really cool in-battle, or in-browser battle client. I always say in-battle. In-battle. Oh, look at this, Koopa the Quick again. Nope. Interesting. A red Koopa that falls? That's not how they normally behave. Oh. Oh, right into the hammer. Yes. Wow, World 2 was the longest world so far. Already on to World 6. And after this, I'm going to be playing, using the same seed, but a totally different randomizer logic. We're going to be playing Super Mario Bros. 2 randomized. All the enemy stats, or sorry, not the enemy stats, the player stats get shuffled. So it's possible that, you know, Toad can be a little slower, a little faster, can have a slightly higher jump, slightly lower jump. There is another version, there's two versions of the Super Mario Bros. 2 randomizer, and one of them allows you to change it up so drastically that you're actually able to swap it. So like Luigi can have Peach's float, Mario can have Luigi's flutter jump, but he has really, really quick, like when he jumps, he's a really fast jump, but when he'll slowly fall down, like he'll slowly float down. And then Toad can be like, can control a little more like Mario and Mario 1. Like he can really, really mess with how the character's attributes are. And I think that's a really cool one to play. I've played it a couple of times, but it is super janky and often softblocks all the time. The one we're using right now doesn't softblock nearly as much, but it still does. And in the last run, that was a crazy level, by the way, but in the last time I did Super Mario Bros. 2, we were actually able to get to Wart and beat it for the first time, which was really fun. It's a fun game. I grew up with it, obviously playing the All-Stars pack on Super Nintendo, and I also I picked up Super Mario Advance when it was remade for the Game Boy Advance. I really enjoyed that version. Funny compressed voice clips and all. That's what a lot of the Game Boy Advance games were touting, was like, you could put voice clips in it. Mario Kart Super Circuit, a whole bunch of them. Yes. It's a tricky one too. You definitely gotten used to the momentum and the physics of Mario Bros. 1 again, though. Just takes a little bit. It usually takes a couple of worlds. Nice. A Lakitu level where we get a Koopa instead. Thank you very much. So many one-ups. Oh, come on. It's nonsense. Okay. Just a random question block at the end. Speaking of Mario 64, World 6-4. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll definitely give a Mario 64 randomizer a shot. I just gotta figure out how to get it working in terms of the randomizer. I'm using the latest version of Mac, and I talk about it all the time, but unfortunately, when you have Big Sur, the operating system, installed, there is a complete lack of third-party support and third-party compatibility, which is a choice on Apple's part. So it makes it a little tough for some programs to run. And emulating a Windows program or executable on a Mac using this operating system is pretty much completely impossible at the moment. I'll let that mushroom go. Nope. Not what I wanted. It's fine. Sometimes you just gotta roll with small Mario, you know? Yes! Get out of here, dude. I have no patience for Lakitus. I'm saying out loud that I love you. I love you too. Yes, please. Nice nighttime level. Ooh. Didn't expect that. Ah. I'm tapping like I'm playing a Mario Party minigame. Oh. Wow. So lucky. These crazy jumps. Getting really lucky. I don't know how any of that happened. It's like total fluke. 6. Castle tab. Oh, oh. Whoa. Yes. Are these gonna randomize the same every time? Because if so, that's awesome. It's just like Speed Bowser. It's like the new Mario Golf, Speed Golf. The new mode, Speed Bowser. 7-1. Here we go. One thing I never got was why, again, you know, this game controls so differently. It controls completely differently in Super Mario Bros. DX, which I owned as a kid, and actually was a cool, like, sort of bite-size way to play this game. Oh, geez, that's not good. Hold on a second. This first platform spawns, but the second one doesn't. Aha. Yeah, so the second one doesn't always spawn because there is a sprite limit, so you have to kill that Cheep, otherwise the second platform doesn't spawn. There are certain things you can do to manipulate this in this game and in Super Mario Bros. 3, like kill an enemy before you move forward on the screen. Ooh, that was close. Totally lost my train of thought. Don't even know what I was talking about because we had to manipulate that platform. Oh, Super Mario Bros. 1 DX. Really cool game. Good remake of it. Obviously, the Game Boy has a much smaller screen, so they had to... It's not the most ideal because you're only getting, like, imagine, like, the bottom left corner of this screen, so you can't really see too much of what's ahead of you. Games like Super Mario Land 2 did a really great job because they're intentionally made for the Game Boy. And so they designed the levels accordingly. It's a tricky limitation when you're dealing with a screen that's so small and you're trying to create a platformer. But I did enjoy it, except Mario controls differently. That acceleration, deceleration doesn't exist. When you play Super Mario Maker and Mario Maker 2 levels in the Mario 1 theme, it controls completely different. It doesn't control like the NES one. And the same goes for, ooh. Okay. We just screwed ourselves. Wow. Okay, we're not doing that. The same goes for Super Mario All-Stars. When they remade it, it controls completely differently. They all have their own, like, unique controls. Okay, we're not going up there. We're not taking the upper route. Nice. For anyone just joining, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having an awesome Monday so far. This is just one of 3 games that we're going to be randomizing today using the same randomization seed. Oh. Oh my god. We're gonna get stuck here like last time? Hope not. Thank god. Sometimes the pipe can loop in on itself. It becomes the Ouroboros pipe, the pipe that eats its own pipe. Yes. Nice. 7-2. Almost there. Ooh. I could like feel my heart jump up in that moment. I was No! No! I do love playing a good Super Mario Bros. 1 themed level in Mario Maker 2, though. Even though it does control differently. I made a really fun one called the Red Airship, and you have to collect 10 50 coins and 10 red coins. But it's an interesting airship level, and I do really like the design of the airship levels in the Mario 1 aesthetic. It would have been kind of cool if they implemented them in the OG game. Come on. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, sorry, folks. It's ridiculous. I have my save state, load state buttons on my controller. I'm using an 8-bit Do gamepad as well, which is a Bluetooth Super Nintendo controller with Nintendo Switch joysticks. Highly recommend it. Just a little quick fire with those save state buttons. Oh, oh god. No. No! Awful. I'm so sorry. I'm saying sorry to you, I'm saying sorry to myself. Saying sorry to the universe. The Canadian way. I don't know how we did a double jump there, but sure. Woo. Oh my god. We were right at the end too. That's so dumb. So dumb. Oh, wow. The timing on that was insane. That was crazy. Oh. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll take it. First time visiting Coin Heaven. And yesterday I had a blast with my viewer request night. We ended up playing Fire Emblem The Binding Blade, which is the first Japanese game ever on the Game Boy Advance to include or introduce Roy, the Fire Emblem character from Super Smash Bros. Melee. And because Super Smash Bros. Melee was so popular, they actually only released The Binding Blade as like a Japanese-only game. We played the English fan translation recommended by Grimbomb, another retro streamer. And you don't have to wait until Sunday to redeem a game. You can add a game to the list at any time. If you have 4,200 Moonstones, you can add a game for any of the Game Boys, for Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or Genesis, and I'll play it on stream. So we did Fire Emblem, and I wasn't really behind the story. I wasn't getting behind it at all. But and the characters weren't super likable. But I loved the battle system, and it was really engaging in terms of. It reminded me of playing like Advance Wars back in the day on Game Boy Advance. I had that one. And then after that, we played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Oh my god, which I instantly loved. I love the music. I can relate to the characters more. The battle system is really good. And we've been playing, like, we started Tactics Ogre Knights of Lotus, which was made by the same people recently. And yeah, I've been having a blast with the tactical RPGs. It's not typically my forte, but you know, I own Tactics 1 on PlayStation, and I never really played a lot of it. I bought it when I bought all those like PlayStation remakes of the 2D Final Fantasies. But I really enjoyed Tactics Advance. So I will be playing that continuously. You'll see me continuing with Tactics Ogre later this week. I might even later tonight do a little bit of it. Tactics Ogre Knights of Lotus. It's actually the last Tactics Ogre game, the last game in the Ogre Battle series. before the company who made it, I believe they were called Quest, got bought up by Square Enix, and then actually tasked to make Tactics Advance. So they're very, very similar games. They work pretty similarly. But Tactics Ogre is the first one we're going to tackle. Really enjoyed it. Thank you to Surfins for redeeming that. Shoot me. Also, next Sunday, so it's every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific is when I dive into the queue, and I don't do like timed viewer requests. Some people do, but I will try to play as much as I can of the game. And next Sunday, next Sunday we're starting with Balloon Fight on NES. I'm sorry, just there's way too much save state nonsense happening. We're doing Balloon Fight on NES, then King of the Monsters 2, a Godzilla and Kaiju themed like beat 'em up game I've never played before, and then a hack of Mario Brothers 1, which is going to be called Mario vs. Airman. So I think it's a Mega Man themed Mario 1 hack. So stay tuned for that. Those are the next 3 in the queue. All of them redeemed by my good friend Itarama. I just want to say thanks to everyone that's been redeeming games and that's been showing up on the regular for the viewer request nights. You can watch them all on YouTube. Oh god. Oh no. This is tricky. Yeah, so you'll notice that when we ran fast, that only one of those green Koopas was there. But if we were moving slow through that, there was 2. So that was a little bit of manipulation. We just got lucky, to be honest. World 8-2. The next castle level that we come across is going to be our final castle level and final level of the run. So we're almost there. Doesn't take very long to run through this game in general. The randomizer does make it a little tougher. Highly, highly recommend the Mario 1 randomizer though, if you like the OG game. I have so many good memories associated with this. Some really funny ones as well. And I've shared them before on stream, so if you want to go check out some of my other runs, I'm not gonna... You don't get to hear them again. You gotta go search for them. Just like I do when I go to remember them. Oh. Woo. Think it's gonna be the next level? Who knows? Who knows? 8-3. Nice. Crown Eye. We have a lot of lives. So that's all I'm gonna say. Yep, it's this one. This is it. This never randomizes, though. We always get the actual 8-4 here, which is fine. Oh no. That's not a fun one. Whew. It really helps when you know the path here, because otherwise it can be really annoying. There we go. This pretty much stays the same, I think, most of the time. Oh no! I saw that coming. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Yes! Complete. Here we go. Thank you, Sonic, for saving the egg roll. A magician was driving down the road, then he turned into a driveway. So dumb. Not the only randomizer that is filled with dad jokes. And there we go, everyone. Sonic found his egg roll. Finally. And then he realized that, oh, I was looking for a chili dog this whole time. I don't want this. And he throws it into the lava after Bowser. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is put some more tunes on and load up Super Mario Bros. 2 randomized. It's not going to be using the same logic. We're using a different randomizer, of course, but it's going to randomize the levels, the enemies. It randomizes the bosses, the color palettes, and I believe some of the items. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Stick around for Mario 2. Hey, Tony Uncle Al, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you're into, I was talking about arcade games and early era like NES games and games where high scores really mattered, and I was talking about my Whim of the Wheel streams that I do regularly, where I spin a roulette wheel. Whatever I get out of 15 classic NES puzzle and arcade games, I have to try and beat my personal best high score. And it's been super fun. I've been revisiting a lot of games that when I was a kid I was trying to beat my personal high score, and it's kind of reinvigorated a little bit of that, you know, the vibe from the arcade era in the early days. And I'm really down for that. And if you're into classic arcade gaming, or like stuff like Joust and classic pinball, definitely go check out Tony Uncle Al's stream. He also plays modern games and other retro games as well. But go check it out. Good place to hang out for sure. We just beat Super Mario Bros. 1 randomized using the seed 9999, and we used the same seed to randomize Mario Bros. 2 and Mario Bros. 3. So right now I'm just about to load Mario 2. For anyone that's just joining, let's see here. Yeah, we haven't done a Whim of the Wheel stream in a bit, but last time we did, we beat our own personal high score in Bomberman 2, which is a game that I spent a lot of time with. Again, we were talking about Bomberman earlier. And also Donkey Kong Arcade. My favorite to play of the three is Donkey Kong Jr., just because I feel like the levels are better. Donkey Kong Jr. controls a little bit better, a little tighter than when you're controlling Mario or Stanley the Bugman. But we do have high scores in all three DK games. And I grew up with the Donkey Kong Classics card, which was a combo of the first two, and I really enjoyed it. They're tough games to this day. Really, really tough. And there exists some really cool ROM hacks of the original arcade cabinet ROM, where you can, if you do have an arcade cabinet, you can actually load this ROM into your arcade cabinet. But they do have Donkey Kong Lights Out, which is one that's really cool. Lights Out is basically you start the level and you see the layout for like a second, and then DK like unplugs an outlet, and then everything goes pitch black, and all you can see is just the enemies, DK, and yourself. So you have to rely on your memorization, and it gives you a randomized level. It's pretty crazy. There is a randomized version of the arcade cabinet as well. But look up Donkey Kong Lights Out on YouTube, or just in general on Google, and you'll find a little trailer, and you'll also find a whole list of really, really cool sort of challenge mode versions of the original Donkey Kong arcade. I'm going to adjust this stream title here, just a second. So let's take a second here to load up the game. Enjoy this awesome Dire Dire Docks remix. Thank you so much for the host, Tony Alcohol. I appreciate that. Big time. Thanks for linking up Mario and Luigi's Game Boys with that link cable. It's actually a graphic from Super Mario Bros. DX, the Game Boy Color version of this. Of what we just played, basically. I really like Mario Bros. 2. I grew up with Super Mario All-Stars and also Super Mario Advance, like the Game Boy Advance remake. Never got really a chance to play the NES one. So it's kind of fun to re-experience it in its original form. If you want to try and randomize it yourself, you can look up the big list of game randomizers, and there is a list of a ton of them, and use the Super Mario Bros. 2 randomizer with the seed 9999, and you should be able to get the same levels as what you see here. And let me know if you need to adjust audio at all at any time. But here we go. It's got a randomized story as well, so enjoy. Many years ago, Prince Darkness Ganon Prince Darkness Ganon. Go find the 8 units link. Go find the 8 units. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's dive in. Avoid the whammy. Okay, big money, big money, big money. No whammy, no whammy. Stop. There we go. Okay, so not the first level. All the levels are shuffled, like I said. The palettes are shuffled, and a little bit of the stats of the characters are shuffled. Mario feels a little bit quicker than usual. And look at Pepe's face. Does everyone see Pepe's face that I'm standing on right now? Just the top. Feels good, man. Doesn't feel good to have lost my health there, but feels good. Oh, Jesus. Yes. Yes, please. Let's be a little more careful here. Loving the stars, loving the Pepe face. No! It is pretty nuts. It's, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's super fun. We've run into so many soft lock situations with this seed though. Except the last time we played it was the first time we were able to actually get to work. So hopefully this works well. This is very different than the last seed that we played. And I really like doing these multi-randomizer streams using the same seed but on different games, because they're really fun. They can be pretty chaotic. Oh shoot. Okay, I was going for the cherry, but nope, not happening. Thank you. Oh no, this is not good. We might be in a glitch soft lock situation. Yeah. We may have, yep, this actually might be the entire end of the run. We might have to go straight to Mario 3. Yep, we don't have any floor. This has happened before in many runs where just one little sub area. In order to progress, we need to be here. But you can't press up. Even if you are lined up with that door, you can't press up when you're falling, so you can't actually go into a door when you're falling. So yeah, I think we can't use the float unless we jump, and it doesn't let you jump because we're just falling. That sucks. Yeah. the screen looks like a whammy. I think we definitely didn't avoid the whammy. This is exactly what happened. I think the first time we played this, and we've done this about 6 or 7 times, and only once were we able to find a beatable seed. So, yeah, I think that's it. You know, for everyone that was here, you got to catch that short glimpse of the randomized Super Mario Bros. 2 for like a split second. I mean, we do have 3 extra lives, so we might as well kill each character one more time. And then I'll load up Super Mario Bros. 3 randomized using the same seed. Yeah, I had a feeling we weren't going to get far in this one. I don't know why. Just because we did see some success earlier in the last run. Whoop. 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 And I will be revisiting this game, playing the Super Mario Advance remake of it, playing the vanilla game on stream at some point. It is the one I know the most. Not that they're that different, but there's just something nostalgic about it for me. Yeah, there we go. Oh, really? Okay, one more for Mario. That's crazy. There we go. Okay, so let's load up Mario Bros. 3. What a hilarious thing. Also, I love that Twitch will like Twitch VODs and stuff will actually it's gonna chapter these out later once we're done the stream. So there'll be like a Mario 1 section, Mario 2 section, Mario 3. Mario 2 is gonna be like 5 minutes. Which is pretty funny. So it'll just take a second here for me to update the stream title. And get that game loaded up. Stick around. Now, I play a ton of Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer on the stream. There are 2 versions of the randomizer. There's an in-browser one, and that's the one I'm using right now. I'm still working on getting the executable one to run. Maybe even have a friend that has a Windows send me a few versions of the game randomized. Basically, they both exist. The executable one is updated a lot and does a lot more kind of crazy overworld shuffling. But we're going to have shuffled levels, shuffled item blocks, shuffled enemies, color palettes, randomized boss HP, and it should be pretty fun. So, but the newer in the last part, if you're watching or you've been watching recently or you're subscribed on YouTube, you'll see that we did do a run using the executable randomizer, and you'll see just how much more chaotic it can be. But we don't often run into soft lock, so we should be able to complete the game very easily. Second here. And I'm listening to a mixtape that I found on YouTube called Mario and Chill from a couple years ago. It's got some really, really cool remixes of Super Mario World music. Been really enjoying it lately. Just in case you're wondering where the music's from. Oh, come on. You almost there? Just take another second here. Okay, it's just going to take a second here. For some reason, I'm just getting some issues on my computer here. Okay, so it's just a technical difficulty, and so what I'm going to have to do is just stop going live and then go live again. So we're just going to, that's actually the perfect timing with the game over. I'll be right back, and like within a minute, so just refresh that page and we'll be back with Super Mario Bros. 3 randomized in just a second. This will be part 2 on YouTube if you're watching, and if you're watching live, I'll be back in a jiffy.